art of wood carving is a form of handicraft that has long existed in the Malay world, while the other cultures are very common with stone carving and metal. Malay world is significant with woodwork. What separates one from the other is only the methods and techniques of carving. Wood is a natural and excellent product, especially for carving or for providing the structure of building. However, without any proper care, this product is easily deteriorate when exposed to weather conditions, especially under the sunlight and rain, which our country is very likely to get. Thus, wooden carvings do not last long as stone or metal. Before the Islamization of Malay work, the artisan tends to depict the visual of divine creatures such as gods and goddesses because of the Hindu and Buddha influences. But soon after Islam came to the Malay world, most practices of making artwork changed according to Islamic teaching. Most of the content of artwork after that are meant to be glorifying the Tawheed, the oneness of Allah as the creator of this life. Malay wood carvers largely use motifs like awan larat, calligraphy and cosmos to depict the content in their artwork, which is the Islamic content. Some of the major styles of Malay wood carving techniques includes, in quote, ukiran timbul tanpa silat, ukiran timbul bersilat, ukiran tebuk tembus tanpa silat, and lastly, ukiran tebuk tembus bersilat. Now, my teammates will talk about some of the wood carving in the Malay world.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about wood carving on Mosque Ulu Albab. Mosque Ulu Albab is a wood mosque located in Kampung Seberang Jorteh, Terengganu. This mosque architecture referred to the Malay style feature Islamic. Mosque Ulu Albab built on 2009 and opened on 24 February 2012. This mosque, designed by Wan Mustafa Wansu from Khazanah Seri Warisan Company. On mosque stairs, the curved work were made with geometric, repetitive, balanced, neat details like the holes and the crossing manners on top and bottoms gives more details to the curving. Beside that, 6 heads of stairs designed by abstract curve on waves and turtle as a symbol of colored journey that hasn't settled and still goes a long way.
Next, the carving on the window or door of Ulul Albab Mosque. The technique that he applied on this carving is ukiran tebuk tembus tanpa silat. He used the element of awan larat in his design, in line with the Islamic principle of art. The material used is chengal wood. He also concentrated more on the motif of florals such as creeping plants. He also engraving the verse of Al-Quran and prayer at the main door of mosque.
We'll talk about Jebak Puyuh. Before this, Jebak Puyuh was used as a trap for the quail, but now it was used as a home decoration. The shape and size of the Jebak Puyuh was just enough to catch a single quail, but now, of the request for decorations at home, Jebak Puyuh is being made more larger. The wood carvings on the Jebak Puyuh is at the front of the jebak. The value of craft in Jebak Puyuh is at the weaving and wood carving of the jebak body. It looks like a semicircular bird cage with a flat base. Cik Mut Cik Awang from Kelantan is one of the experts make the Jebak Puyuh. From he was 18,
he began to develop his own jebak puyuh. Cik Mut used materials such as jackfruit wood to make a base and carving. Next, Cik Mut used bamboo or rattan blades to form an outer frame of jebak. He also used eel-weaving techniques from the thousands of sticks on frame to handles for weaving that fill the entire body of thread. Awan larat motif like turmeric flowers or rose flowers are the most commonly used for carving. The wood carving techniques that Cik Mut used on the jebak is ukiran tebuk tembus bersilat. That's all from me. Report by Aini.
The teachings of Islam and the Holy Book of Al-Quran cannot be separated. Furthermore, wherever Islam is taught, it is compulsory for the Quran to be brought along. The love for this sacred book led to several new developments in some segments of Islamic fine arts such as calligraphy, manuscript illumination, and binding technology. Not to be left behind, the artistic workmanship of Rehal, created specifically to hold up the Quran, while it was being read, also developed further in conjunction with the dispersal of the Quran to all parts of the world. The dispersion of the Rehal led to its diversity in shape, form, ornamentation, indirectly reflecting the artistic identity of the cultures behind its manifestation. Here is one of the example. This Rehal is made by the motif of bunga ketumbit. The carved work that were applied is tebuk tembus, while the wood that we use is cengal wood. Meanwhile, the type of design is timbal balik. The pola is pola lengkap berpemidang, and lastly, it also has awan larat technique applied in it, which is awan larat berpunca benih.
Now, I will talk about one of the oldest Malaysia heritage, which is keris. This is one of the type of keris called keris tajung. This keris and its hilt was made by Encik Nurhaiza Nordin, who is one of the Malaysia's significant wood carver who lives in Besut, Terengganu. The keris, specifically in this picture, was made for Datin Wavni, who was an European lived in Isle of Man, which is a small island between England and Ireland. The carving on the keris is very detailed and fine, as if it was carved by a needle. The technique used to carve this hilt is ukiran timbul bersilat. The motifs are variety and has many segments and overlapping elements to it. Most of the motifs are repetitive and has its own movement. The floral and leaf motifs dominating the design of this hilt, and the leaf showing the characteristic of awan larat at the side of it. Indeed, we can say this hilt was made with full of soul by its wood carver, since one of the important elements in traditional Malay wood carving, the artist put all their soul in their artwork, hence the almost alive-looking carving. Encik Nurhaiza said his late teacher, Nik Rashidin, once said, research and understanding of keris tajung is important because this keris is the key to the design, architecture and development of Malay civilization.